asks, any tips on how to get a mentor?
This is an interesting question for me because I've never, even when I had a mentor and my amazing dad, I pushed against it because I always, my mom and dad made jokes that I want to be claimed that I'm a Cabbage Patch Kid and I came from nowhere. My dad always likes to razz me when he thinks he deserves more credit because I never wanted to have that. It's unbelievable. It's actually probably one of my biggest weaknesses is my lack of mentorship or learning from other, I don't know, I like being self-contained. So I'm not the best person to ask this question. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sucky to ask this question, but I have answered it in the past and I think we've touched on this theme on the show before, which is, I think you just gotta go and get it, right? And there's some people doing it right now. There's that one dude that wants to get you fired, Steve. I like that dude's bravado. He's like, how do I get Steve's job? And he emailed me. You see who I'm talking about the last couple days?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what's his name?
Did you see my tweet storm?
You got, so that's interesting to me because he keeps pounding me and eventually I'm gonna know his name because he's I wanna be mentored. Now the truth is, I'm not looking for that right now. I don't feel like I can deliver. I can only deliver mentorship through osmosis, right? We as a collective had a meeting earlier today and I think the youngsters all picked up a little something that they'll use and they'll learn of how to scale and da-da-da. But I don't I don't want hey, come here, Johnny, I'm gonna I don't want that. There's people that do. And I think the best way to get one is just keep asking the 5 to 7 people that you think can deliver on that for you. Whether it's email, basically get to the point of a restraining order without going over that line. And I know, sorry Steve, but I really believe that. Steve just did this. I really believe that. If you're listening on the podcast, Steve just put palm to head, but I believe that. I think you have to go and get yours, but you can't freak a girl out, you can't be a stalker. You just gotta, you gotta go and ask that person and you ask them. And the other way to do it is to provide that person value first. The amount of people that hit me up for mentorship, where they hit me up, D-Rock, right behind the camera right now. Hey, I want to make a long form piece of content for you on me. Cloud and Dirt, link it up. What that led to is what we have now. I mean, I'm baffled by people's lack of paying. You want something so amazing from somebody, which is their time and their energy, and your opening question to that person is, hey, can you give it to me? That is insanity. How do you provide value? Alex, this whole room is filled with it. Alex takes a step in a different direction in his entrepreneurial career, willing to come in as a community manager, show his face, show this man's face when this happens. Willing to come in entry-level job with the hope that, hey, I hope that I get noticed and then I can get into that inner circle that Gary has. And when he was noticed and brought in, he said, I don't want to make you, I don't want to put you out here, but man, I can't believe this happened so much sooner. Which happened, 4 or 5 months in, 3 months in. When he says so much sooner, he was in the, I don't want to speak for you, 18 months, 25, when were you going to give up by not getting noticed?
There's no giving up, but at least a year's time was my focus.
So he would have gave up after a year, but that's the key, right? He came in and he wanted to pay forward, and his version of paying forward in being my ecosystem was come into Vayner, start at the bottom, work it to the top, and so, you want a mentor? Why don't you provide that mentor with so much upfront value that you guilt her or him into mentoring you?